What's going on YouTube? Jamiethekid00 here, and I got tagged. I'm really honoured, but YGOBritain, or as most of you will probably better know him, Jack Clark, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Musketeer, tagged me in Underworld 6667's Tag Your It scheme that they're doing to try and bring together the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. So here I am. I'm trying to get this recorded as fast as possible, so I just rushed in before we go to work, and I'm gonna get this all put out. So thanks very much to Jack Clark, who's tagged me in this, and let's get right into it. To start things off, the first question, to those of you who don't know what this is, I should probably explain, because some of you won't have seen this before. The Tag Your It system is a system of 7 questions that YouTubers, or Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTubers have to answer. And at the end of their videos, they go ahead and tag 2 other people that they want to see do these answers. It's like Facebook chainmail, but it's actually successful. You know, it's not annoying. So everyone goes around and answers these questions, and they tag 2 other YouTubers, and they do it, hopefully. But so far, most people have been doing it. That's what I intend to do right now. So, without further ado, here are the 7 questions. Let's get into it. The question 1 was, what is your real first name? Well, as you guys can probably guess, my first name is Jamie. It's not short for anything. My name isn't James or anything like that. It is just Jamie, Jamie, in part of Jamie the Kid. So my full name is Jamie Walkinshaw, Jamie Robert Walkinshaw, as you guys will probably want to know, because, hell, if I'm going to tell you something, I don't mind you guys knowing my name, because it means you can recognise me on coverage and score sheets if I go to bigger events. Hint, hint, YCS Sheffield, keep an eye out for me. And that's all I have to say about my name, really. There's not much to go into. That'll be my name. Question 2, how did I get into Yu-Gi-Oh? This is going to be a bit long-winded, and I've actually had to script all this on a computer screen, because I was going to forget things. I don't have the time. Anyway, how did you get into Yu-Gi-Oh? I originally started watching the anime, when it was first released by 4Kids, like literally when it was breaking, when the first episodes were brand new. And TCG wasn't even out. And I used to work on the market. My parents are market traders, and I used to work on the market at a very young age. I used to help out. And there was a stall that sold Beanie Babies and other trading card games. And I was speaking to them, and they said they were going to start stocking the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, but only the Japanese stuff at first, because they didn't have the TCG. So I bought 1 pack of the Japanese packs, because I was very little, and that was my pocket money for the week on this 1 pack. And I managed to pull an Ultra Mystic box, and I was proper happy with that. And then with the first, when they actually released the TCG stuff, I'd been saving up for weeks and weeks, and I bought the Yu-Gi-Oh! The actual Yu-Gi starter deck with the Dark Magician in it. And that was really all started, and I went on until about the Dragon's Raw structure deck, and I played that. And then about a little while after that, I just kind of filtered out and died. I just stopped playing because my locals went downhill, really, and I just kind of got out of it. And then eventually, I had a friend of mine who played Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. He was kind of starting to learn it, and he said, "Hey Jamie, why don't you come and learn this?" And I went, "Oh, I used to play this ages ago. I have this old binder full of shit." And eventually, I got back into it. This was around the end of DSF Blackwing format, so Shining Darkness type deal, shortly before D-Rev. And I got back into it then. I was originally playing Evil Heroes, and I kind of got slowly into it, and I went to my first sneak peek, which was Duelist Revolution, and I did terribly, and I did terribly every other sneak peek since, up until like one of the more recent ones, but it was good fun, and that's when I really got into it, and I've been playing ever since that, and slowly getting better and better until I'm at the stage that I am now. That about covers question 2. Question 3. Why or how did you start YouTubing? Right, when I was first getting into the game, I was very clueless, because it was just a group of like us friends who just played on my friend's doorstep. This was like 3 years ago, so I was pretty old, and I played on my friend's doorstep, so I was a big kid back then. And I started looking around on YouTube, because a friend of mine told me that on YouTube there are some deck lists. I started looking around into different YouTubers and different things, and the first real YouTuber that I really encountered was YGOBritain, Jogi Orlando's channel, and I like to think that a lot of his camera styles and a lot of his kind of deck profiling styles were adapted into my channel, because he's who I based my channel on at the very start, and I got into watching different people. I know MCol40 had a very big impact on my YouTubing very early on, and I wasn't really watching that many people to start off with, and then when I got into YouTubing, it really exploded, and I started watching more and more people. I started watching Underworld 6667, and I managed to get into their competition, which I was really happy about, which is where a lot of you people will have known me from. So yeah, that was really how I got into it. I mean, I'd be tagging YGOBritain because he was such a big influence in my YouTubing career, but he's already been tagged by Inch95, so, well. Either way, that's kind of my story. There isn't that much to tell about me getting into YouTubing. I just really wanted to get myself out there, and I really enjoy doing it, so, that's my story. Question 4. What is the best time you've had at a Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG event? I haven't been to that many events. I've been to YGOBritain and I've been to one regionals, which I topped, and then I've been to nationals. And easily the best time I've had an event has to be UK Nationals 2012. And this isn't not only because I made the top 8 at that event, but it was the first ever event I went to with a bit of like YouTube recognition. I went there with almost 1,000 subscribers under my belt. And it was the combination of meeting all of you guys, actually feeling like someone respected my opinions and really enjoyed my content, like, and actually was able to come and talk to me about it. And it was the combination of that praise and proving to myself that I was capable of topping a major event, because I, up until then, really didn't think much of myself as a player, and then I went there and I proved myself to myself, and everything came together to just produce an amazing weekend. Great fun with friends, made so many more friends, and my phone is saying low battery, and it all culminated in an absolutely epic weekend, and that is hands down the best time I've had at a Yu-Gi-Oh! Event. Period. Until the next time. What's your favourite deck ever? I'm going to be really boring here because I didn't play too many decks. E-Heroes are probably my favourite deck themically. I really, really like the deck, and not for any anime reasons. I hated GX and I hated Jaden and things like that. I like it because it is a really nicely themed deck, and it's just a really cool archetype. I really like it. But my favourite decks to play have hands down been Plants, Billy Break Plants 2011, and Dino Rabbit. Dino Rabbit because it's just so damn powerful and so consistent, and it took me to my first two event tops, that being regionals and nationals. And then Plants was just an absolutely amazing deck. It was a crazy toolbox that you could just play out of any situation you were in. It was just really enjoyable knowing that you had so many options at hand. It was just absolutely crazy. Why do you play the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG? I play the TCG because I've always enjoyed strategic games. Ever since I was a kid, I self-taught myself chess and things like that. I've always enjoyed RTSs, real-time strategy games on the PC, Red Alert, Command & Conquer, and all that stuff. I've always enjoyed things that make my brain work and just really require a lot of tactics. And I found the deck building in Yu-Gi-Oh! Very, very kind of stimulating. And playing my way out of situations is, I really, really enjoy that. It is definitely my kind of thing. And it's just that thrill that I keep playing it for, and I keep learning things, because I love being on top, like learning these things, being on top of the game, knowing it, and it's just, I really enjoy it. It's definitely my #1 hobby, and I mean, that's why I keep playing it, that's why I produce so many videos for you guys. And then the final question, I know I've kind of dusted around things, but I really haven't had that much to say on this subject. It's just a tiny little script here. Final question is, who are my 2 tagged YouTubers? The first person I'm going to tag is a good friend of mine in Cupcakeys. His YouTube name is Pusley, Dan Pusley. He came with us to Yu-Gi-Oh! Nats. He is a friend from another locals, but I mean, we've only met a few times, but we've really gotten along quite well, and I definitely think that he needs more recognition. He doesn't produce nearly as many videos as myself and other YouTubers, but he definitely knows what he's talking about, and he's an incredibly good player, so definitely check him out, guys. And the second YouTuber I want to point out is iPokemon, because he is, without a doubt, probably the biggest UK-based YouTuber out there. He's at 10,000 subscribers. He is the most watched UK YouTuber as far as I'm aware. I mean, myself and Jack Clark, I guess, are quite well known, but he absolutely takes the cake, so I figure I owe him a tag, because, you know, I'm impeding on his territory. He is the UK YouTuber, but I like to think I have my own little niche as the more professionalised UK YouTuber. I don't know, I like to add a professional air. Jack Clark, you know, he's funny, he's smart, and iPokemon he covers all of the things that really require money. I mean, you saw he had a big tournament pack binder and all crazy stuff like that. But yeah, those are my 2 tags. So I'll put the channels up here. This will be Pusley, and this will be iPokemon up here. Check them both out. And if you guys are watching this, I'll be sending you both messages with what you need to do. And I hope you make these videos, because I've definitely enjoyed doing this, and I really look forward to seeing what yours are. Again, thank you very much to Jack Clark, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Musketeer, and YGOBritain, you know, he's the same thing, for tagging me in this. And I will see you guys really soon. This has been Jamiethekid00 with a Tag Your It video. So I will see you with some more content as soon as I'm able. Bye!